Previously on Roll Over and Die, the party had defeated the grungs that were guarding the slaves that were worshipping in the temple of Yuwon. They saw a gold grung worshipping an altar. Standing there was an effigy of Yuwon, the veiled man. Chad creating an illusion of the god swinging from side to side, and then implanted a message in the gold grung's head that he was here to release the slaves. And there was a large effigy that had been drawn on the back wall in all myriad of colours. That's when Aya suffered a vision of a large 5-headed multicoloured dragon. That's over with. We're ready to roll over and die.
Was the gold man dead?
Yeah.
Yeah,
killed
killed the gold.
Because I turned into a lizard, ready to pounce, and then
He was dead.
And
Yeah.
remember where he ended up?
Oh,
Costas'
sliding
mouth.
into Costas' mouth. Yeah, nice.
Gold.
I remember now.
The baffle man.
Do you need a cup of tea or anything like that? That might. I find hot drinks are nice to warm you
Yeah, a
up.
cup of tea.
Yeah, a cup of tea. I got a cup of tea.
Thank
and
you,
I'll
man.
just interrupt really.
You'll be on camera.
Yeah, you'll be on camera.
No.
You knew
Yeah.
you could do it.
Just
Do it.
we'll come in.
we'll black your
I
face
guess I'll
out.
just come in,
John,
right?
are we
Let's
on
not
the,
just be on the show.
I'll
Yeah,
just
we're on
rudely
the
come
On
in.
the splits now, cool. Perfect. Thanks, John.
It's like James doing the cameo.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yourselves.
Can we continue?
Okay.
Can we keep it?
I'm going to edit
Got to
him
recap ourselves.
Because we always talk about John, and
Do we?
Was that,
yeah, we
we
always
said it like once.
we always mention John. So
Oh, I
I
thought you
reckon.
meant we always just...
Well, you know
Shit
how
about
we
John.
always talk about John. John!
Dave.
Oh, hey, it's
Hi,
John.
Dave.
Look,
Who
it's
was
John
that?
from Roll Over and Die.
Hey, John.
Hey,
He
Dave.
makes tea
Thank you,
for
John.
us.
It's John.
Hey, John.
John
That's
does a
his
lot more
only
than
job. Thank you, John.
A minty and novelty.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you.
Bye, John. Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
Happy.
Word on the street is that's a good combo.
Is it?
I'm
Is it-
quite jealous.
Is it oatmeal? Is it oatmeal, Tim?
I don't know.
John, is it oat milk?
Good.
Oh, John.
No, good man.
Going so well.
Not that fun.
Oh, I like that mug.
You
It's
know,
So
like-
I don't get you good
It's
enough
an old
money.
yeah,
God.
you get us plain mugs. John gets us nice
Hang
ones
on,
with
hang on.
suns on.
Why are you offended? I went and got all the mugs.
Oh, him.
Today you did.
Today I did.
I already had a go at him.
Okay. As you have defeated the gold rung, blup, all of the worshippers snap out of their trance. They all look rather confused. A couple of them who know each other embrace one another, but generally speaking, they don't know where they are and they don't know what they're doing.
Is there a blanket moving around?
No, one's still unconscious. It doesn't break them out of their bludgeoning.
Are all the worshippers in the same room as us right now?
Yeah, yeah. Not rocking around. Currently, Costas is choking down his second course of the day of gold grung. You just see like an arm and 2 legs sticking out of his mouth as it's flopping around.
Goodbye.
I'm just staring at it.
I hope that Grung doesn't try to walk around in Costas' skin.
Hey, are you still a crocodile?
Yep. I'm still
Giant
still a
lizard.
lizard.
Giant lizard, yeah.
So as you say that, I'm just literally walking past you going,
How does Costas react to Patus?
Costas is not an actual beast. He's a fiend that assumes the form of a crocodile. Doesn't really care.
Wait, he's not actually a crocodile.
He's a crocodile in every... as far as you
He's
he's
know,
got
He's
lava
sense.
in him. How's he going to be a real
As far as
crocodile?
Yeah, I've never seen a crocodile
Did
before.
we see him turn into a crocodile?
Who turned...
Carter.
Oh, he's
No.
a giant lizard, not
Giant
a
lizard.
crocodile.
Sorry, giant lizard. Did
Yeah.
we see that?
Yeah, it happened during the fight, like in front of you all.
And we're all okay with that?
I mean, it's one of the weirdest
Presumably,
things
you tell
done.
me.
You've seen me turn into a horse.
Not in this campaign.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, in this campaign.
In the sandwich.
What? When?
You were up on
Pete's-
the roof.
In Pete's Land.
You were up
You
on
were
the
on
roof.
top of him when he changed into the horse. And you stood up.
That's why you didn't see. You were on top of him.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd remember something like that.
You
just
do
got
a
really
corpse
tall.
angel,
I remember that.
and then he turned underneath you. He turned into a horse and stood up, and you fell off.
That's the bit where you stop paying attention.
Yeah, because I then went, I backed into the house.
Yeah.
And it all went a bit wrong, and I was like,
You got kind of greasy.
That sounds like you anyway.
yeah.
Sorry.
So
You are now a lizard. And
Yeah.
we're okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a normal day.
Even though we already have a lizard.
Yeah, now we have 2,
3.
3.
And we're okay.
I'm
it's
just
getting
with that.
awfully lizardy in here.
I'm just walking up to Chad and then just sort of posing next to him and copying.
Is he
his pose.
on 2 or 4 legs?
It's giant lizard 4.
weird.
Is that better? Is that better?
Why are you on 4 legs?
You seem to be flanked by 2 giant lizard-like creatures, Costus
Can I
and
just stand up
former
like a little
partner.
bit taller?
Oh, yeah, well, you're naturally taller than both of them.
Okay.
I tried to mimic.
They can't stand.
Naturally.
Naturally.
I'm mimicking.
Why don't you do an athletics check? Actually, scratch that. Use the same roll, but use it as an it's an acrobatics check because you're trying to balance on your hind legs.
Use my own one, right?
Yes.
Your own
8.
one.
8. Oh, actually, you'll be using the giant lizard score.
Oh, that makes sense.
So
of course.
So he has
Yeah,
an
that's-
athletics of an acrobatics +1.
yeah, so it's basically the same as mine. 8.
8. So you try and stand up on your hind legs and you sort of start stumbling around.
Standard.
You're kind of on your back feet and you're having real difficulty. You're kind of like bending to and fro. Yeah. You're not used to having a tail, which tries to act as your counterbalance, and it's just you're just all over the place, kind of like shimmying around.
You gotta ab up that
But-
tail, buddy.
But I also can't talk, can I?
You cannot talk.
So I'm like,
You speak no languages.
Do we not have better things to be focusing on?
You think?
No tasks to finish?
Again, I'm gonna go
Not
over
into
to
this.
Marielle and just point.
Okay, you're just pointing to a
I've
blanket.
done my job and I've saved her.
Yeah.
I'm pointing.
Yeah. So Mike is pointing to a blanket.
She has
On the
not told
floor.
us what's in the blanket.
But
You
when we were
did.
downstairs,
I believe you did say Marielle, and then
It's
you pointed upstairs.
Yeah. So
And now Mike is pointing to a blanket with a figure underneath.
We
it.
can only assume.
I'm
No,
lizard
that's not
sniffing.
the
Okay.
blanket.
Underneath there is a quite a thin porcelain-skinned elven woman, blonde hair.
Marielle.
Nice.
I'm gonna
Did
fold up my
you-
blanket and put it
I
back.
was going to say I'm going to fold up Marielle and then put her in my
Put
pocket.
her
Yeah, back in my bag.
Yeah, cool.
I'd like to ask her if she stole stuff from Akaran's.
She doesn't answer for she is unconscious.
What?
Oh.
I know.
Remember there was the elven lady, that
No.
Half-elf guy.
half-elf guy.
Who we took prisoners. That's what we look like.
You don't really know.
We left
You're a
him.
lizard folk. You don't really know
They-
elves,
yeah.
half-elves, men, women, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. She's got the hair that the other one had.
Yeah, she does have hair.
Yeah. Like that other one had.
She's unconscious. I knocked her out.
If you want,
Playing hard to
because
Interrogate.
Just
Playing-
talking to us.
Playing good cop, unconscious cop. So you get no response from the prone form of the
what do
elven
you guys
woman.
want to do?
At this point, Costas finishes his meal with a quite a gullety choke down as the final foot disappears down his throat, and he just
Lovely.
kind of settles
classy.
down
He's a bad
full.
guy.
Can we all
We're
stand
fancy
there
pasta.
watching this happen?
You did.
He's got no shame.
Neither
he's
do
got
we.
no shame
Yeah.
to hold him back.
To
Hold
make
him.
him sad.
He crawls over to a more sort of damp area of the main hall and just settles in like a crocodile would into his bed on his
He's
belly,
so good.
sort of working his way into the sludge.
I've got a god to go speak to, so if any of you want to come with me, you can. But what's under the blanket?
As a giant lizard, I can be ridden, so you can strap Marielle to me. If you
I,
want.
I folded my blanket and put it back in my bag so you can see her. He's been trying to flirt with her while she's unconscious.
Oh, I've
Flirt.
been-
I'm trying to interrogate.
I've been too busy
She's
staring
playing
at
hard
Costa
to
in
interrogate.
I think you know when people put like teddies on the back of pigs and do races, and the teddy's
No.
just like this.
What?
Who
does that?
I've literally,
You
that's
do?
the first time I've ever heard that story.
Yeah, you know that tradition that we all have.
I've seen it.
Teddy.
Just don't get that reference out.
It's such a niche
You
reference.
can tie hair onto the back of me.
Her.
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 How
Well,
long
I'm
are you
not
planning to
talking
be
as
in
party,
I,
so
Silent
I
I
Hill?
can't understand what you're saying.
I'm
I don't remember him telling me.
nestling underneath her and flipping her onto my back.
Josh.
Roll an athletics check. And because you're a giant lizard, you have
Please don't you
Plus
dare
2.
snap
That was
her in half.
cocked. It was cocked.
Was it?
It was cocked.
Was it?
Was it cocked?
I want to see what happens. No, it wasn't. I
It's
want
a
to
natural
see
one.
what happens.
a natural 1.
Natural.
Don't kill her.
You're going to snap her in half.
And what are you doing? You're just trying to get onto your
I'm
back.
nestling underneath her and
Okay.
trying to flip her onto my back.
Okay.
Doing my
Um,
suspect.
As you nudge her around to try and get your nose under her and onto your back, you kind of misjudge your features, your proportions now, and you just nudge her, Everything's again very slippery, covered in algae. Or here it used to be a submerged church, and you just like flicker off like a hockey puck, and she just starts gently spinning towards Costas, who slowly opens his mouth.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
I chase after her.
Oh, so it's not okay to be humans, is it?
I chase after her and I
about it.
try to jump on her to stop her moving.
Okay.
You're gonna fucking squash her.
It's relatively easy just to like put your front claw
Jump on her.
on a bit of her. Okay, you jump on her.
You jumped.
We've come all this
That's
far.
for 20.
Okay, sure. You definitely jump on her,
You so
pinning
dramatic.
her shoulders to the ground, like inches away from Costas's
tackles.
like partially open mouth.
And I look
He,
at
he
him and
just he just closes his mouth
Goodbye.
and then
Terrible
just shuffles into the.
I'm going to try once more.
See what?
All right,
Excellent.
roll and
Oh my god.
Natural
You
what?
do it,
Athletics.
in a
Natural
different-
20.
okay, yeah, and this time
I was gonna say, different
you just
direction.
nudge her over to the wall, and you just slide onto your back. And she's now draped over like one would drape
Great.
a sort of a bounty that a bounty hunter in the Old West would do over the back of a horse.
Or like a
Nice.
teddy on a pig.
We're Teddy on a pig.
Like a dead end.
Or a
Teddy
bulb
on
in
a
a
pig.
pig.
I'm going to find a Teddy on a pig.
I'm gonna go downstairs because I'm fed up of watching my family being eaten.
I
And
thought you actually meant downstairs.
yeah, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna go back.
Cool.
And receive my blessing.
You investigated the dragon portrait.
Yeah.
So you're doing that.
It's
What is Mike
fiendish.
doing currently?
But
How
I
long
don't know.
is the short rest?
1 hour.
How long will you be?
1 hour.
Wait.
I want to
No,
have.
I
I want to
don't
have
know.
a. I want to have a nap.
Okay. Yeah, you can just.
I'm really exhausted. I was full of so much rage.
Would you like
I
to
have damage.
settle down on a pew
I'm gonna
Huddle
take
up in a
the
corner?
blanket out- back out my backpack.
onto the pew and settle in for a nice 1 hour nap, cat nap?
In the abandoned swamp church.
Yes.
With all these super scared and still murmuring 15, 16 former slaves that have just been watching this
No
whole
time like
thing.
present.
Are you just nudging
I
this?
need time to
woman
I
around,
need time to
that kind of thing.
breathe. Okay.
No, I'm just saying, I'm just putting it into all context. Chad, what's Chad up to?
I feel like we should give some context to these slaves instead of just former.
I think we need to question
Worshippers.
some of them.
Sure.
Which to get back out, we have to go through the doors or the hallway that injured us, right?
Correct.
Okay. Do we need them down here at all? I don't want to leave, but we probably don't want to just. Have
They're
them
probably gonna have to
follow
come
us
with
around the
us
whole
Yeah, I think
time,
I'm gonna
right?
because we can't go back out the way we came in,
Yeah, because of
Uh,
the screaming man. in the
yeah.
door.
and also climbing up.
And getting out
Josh,
of
this is not the time
What
for
are you
your
doing?
big race.
They are adorable.
To the camera.
Do they want to be doing that? Are they
They
like
have
that?
no choice. Small pigs.
Teddy bears on riding pigs.
What? So you want to give some context to the scared civilians?
I don't think I'm the person that should do that.
Okay.
Could I? I was
Yeah,
gonna
the
say, could I
Flaming
please-
smoke monster should be the one to reassure everyone that things are fine.
Can I just, the nearest
I
person
was
to
thinking
me,
the
could
crocodile.
I please ask them what the last thing they remember is
Mhm.
before, like, what do they think they're doing here?
So after sort of instinctively backing away, because they don't know what's happened, the last thing, you interview a couple of them, they really just say, the last thing they remember is either they were from the former orc camp and they were slaves there for, weeks to years, or they were ambushed on the road.
Right? But they don't
Um,
remember anything past.
They passed that. So
There's
either
no
they were
time
knocked
clock.
out and transported, or they were relocated.
Okay.
Are they humans?
There's a whole myriad of like different races here. So there's elves, there's dwarfs, halflings, humans.
Could be.
Do you think?
To be
They've
honest,
got a pretty good alibi though, haven't they?
Yeah. I mean, we should investigate more before leaving, obviously.
Mhm.
But we just have to deal with them hanging around.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what do you want to do? They
What?
all are under duress right now.
We should all take a nap with Mike. She'd love that. We're gonna go investigate.
Okay.
This place.
You leave them with
Why don't you
me,
roll
I'll
a
kill them.
persuasion check, Chad?
You're so persuasive.
Do a lizard persuade.
Ooh. Wait. Persuasion? 7.
7. Cool. Some of them nod, others huddle together.
Okay.
out of fear. Cool.
Could I try and tie up the unconscious grung? Because I just remembered that he existed.
Yes, absolutely you can. Yeah.
Do I?
No,
Oh,
he's,
okay.
he's completely
He's
unconscious, so tied up, no problem.
I'm gonna keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
While you know.
Why don't you roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please? 8.
We cannot.
Actually,
tie a
8
knot.
plus 1, 9.
Oh, in that case, you still fail.
You can't talk.
What? I napped. I'm
Elf
napping.
man.
What about him?
You tied him up, supposedly. Didn't you? Acrons.
I mean, the good thing is that you do manage to tie him up.
That's good. Bad news is
Bad news is,
You're
I
also
die.
napping.
Oh, yeah.
so for the next 1 minute, you must shout loudly or otherwise make loud noise at every 6 seconds. That's what blue one's doing.
Go.
You have
That's
to do
mental.
what? Wait, you have to do what?
I have to shout loudly every 6 seconds.
Or make a loud noise.
That's me, the character.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So
Every
this
6
further
minutes or
every 6 seconds. So this further freaks out like the attending civilians. This Chad just gone sleep with Mike, and just turns around and just
That's how I said it.
yeah,
The temple of the sex guy.
and then you just turn and leave,
I'm gonna just
and you
start.
just start shouting at them.
I'm gonna be banging on my flail
Okay.
and telling them it's all right, you're safe.
This is what safety sounds like.
I'm just gonna scream that until
Yeah.
the end.
Yeah, it's quite difficult for you to take your nap right now, like.
But at least he's
Just trying
trying
to
to.
sleep.
Yeah, and like in the foreground of this shot is just Parter walking by with this unconscious elf on your back as you're just licking your lizard's
But
lips.
she's also gonna be sat there for an hour. Surely she'll wake up on your back now. Are you happy with that? Okay, that's fine.
Why
Where
are
are
you
you
shouting?
thinking?
Why are you shouting?
Are you happy?
I just don't fancy coming out of my lizard form right now, so I've changed into a lizard and didn't do anything with it.
Pretty great, right?
I'm just walking around, keep on
Yeah.
looking at you going,
What kind of lizard do you look like? The giant lizard is non-specific, so you can give it a little bit of flavour if you want to. Like maybe it looks like a bearded dragon or a large iguana, or whatever you want really.
I feel like you want to be Chad.
in my head I think I'm Chad. What I really look like. Yeah, no, I'm going to go
Or like a
chameleon.
gecko, massive gecko maybe.
Geckos lick their eyes, right?
Lick their
I-
eyes.
Is
Why
your
is that the
Can't
thing that
say.
you have a problem with?
Does that mean I'll be able to walk up walls?
No, I don't think that gives you the ability to walk up wall. Giant lizard, they don't have the ability to walk up wall. No.
Oh, damn.
You can
Then-
look like one.
That's what Bernard
How
used
did
to
you
do.
land on the giant lizard to turn into?
He had the most hit points.
Bernard.
Fair enough. Bernard.
Bernard.
And I was
Bernard.
influenced by you and Costas. I was like, yeah, I want to
See
be
what
in
you
that.
did?
Yeah.
Started a trend.
So in my head, I think I look a bit like Chad, and
Yeah.
like, but I don't. I look like a comedian.
A chameleon.
I love that you know so much about chameleons.
Look in your eyes.
Cool.
I'd be looking at you and looking at you.
Well, you can't look at Pip because
Oh,
Pip's not. Pip's gone downstairs.
Yeah.
Also, no one's coming with me, so I can't get in a sarcophagus by myself.
But you
I'm
can
not
hear,
strong
it's
enough.
alright, you're safe.
And so I'm just going to have to wait here for someone to come down.
So meanwhile, you're in the large mausoleum where you first encountered the gold grung, and you're desperately trying to push the lid of the sarcophagus open by yourself. And as you're doing so, you notice out the corner of your eye another pair of blue hands push against the sarcophagus lid as well. You look over it and it's Nep
With me or against me?
with you, like standing next to you. You just snuck up next to you, and he starts pushing
What,
the sarcophagus lid
what are you
off.
up to now?
Right. Well, yeah, because you speak Grung. Helping you.
Why?
I feel really bad about what happened.
You should. I tried to be nice. Why have you left the others? Why are you just here chilling?
Well, your friend enthralled me, and then
Oh yeah.
I came here directly.
Why did you come here?
Your friend enthralled me and told me to come here. And so I was
He-
compelled
you-
to obey him.
Didn't he say go home?
Yes, this is our home.
Since when?
Hmm?
Since when?
Oh, it's been about 2, 3, 10 days.
2, 3, 10 days.
The week is a 10-day, so 20 to 30
none of us
days.
can count, so.
Yeah.
2, true.
Yeah.
Um,
So instead of weeks, it's a 10-day, and
okay,
a 10-day
okay.
obviously has 10 days.
Right.
So,
like
2 or
3
3 10 days.
Okay.
So 20 to 30 weeks.
Um,
20 to 30 days, rather.
Good save, Jim.
What happened to our old tribe?
He says they're here, what's left of them, but we lost a lot attacking the orcs.
What about my family?
They're off trying to capture other slaves right now.
No change there. Can I check to see whether he is actually trying to help me?
Yeah,
or whether
sure.
he's trying
Yeah,
to seal
roll
me
an insight
into
check.
a coffin.
But you were trying to seal yourself in a coffin.
Yeah, but I've got other motives.
Are you trying to put me in this coffin?
Apologies. What was it? Insight.
Yes.
4 plus 3.
7. He is. Nep's always been quite tough to read. Yeah, he was quite sort of quiet. Never really spoke too much. And yeah, he seems to be, for all intents and purposes, helping you.
Can I just ask him again? Like, why are you trying to help me now after you tried to kill me?
I was quite scared of Blurp. After he went in here and started talking to Yuwon, none of us could really oppose him anymore. He killed the previous leader, our boss.
I remember.
Yeah.
Him well,
Hmm.
fondly.
And once he took power, he became obsessed, and we spent a long time looking for this place.
Do you know what's up with the mural?
Again, he used to lock himself in here
Weird.
for days at a time, whilst we had to go and gather slaves for the worship. And we were also told we had to worship Yuwon.
Ask about sex god.
What's your personal experience with the sex god?
With the what god?
Yuwon?
Oh, Yuwon. Well, only really through Blurb. Blurb was apparently in conversation with him.
You never heard from him?
No,
Saw
not
him?
personally. No. Well, Blurb never saw him either.
Interesting.
Didn't see him swinging through the rafters or anything.
No, not since I was here last.
I didn't ask
I
that.
hope you take this in the best way possible. I'm not getting in a coffin while it's only you here, so I'm just going to go shout for a friend. They won't
Okay.
hurt you if...
I'm gonna go
Where are you going to go?
probably back home, like our old place. Now that Blurp's dead, I don't really want to be here.
Do you promise that if we come across you again, you will convince everyone else to not kill us?
I'll try my best.
I don't know if I should...
And he just pads his way out.
I'll just look at him.
Okay.
Back up to the room that we were
And he
in.
goes
No.
up the side of one of the walls, and like there's like fissures where the church has partially collapsed. And he just like squeezes himself out through one of the fissures in the ceiling,
You should
and
kill
it's
him.
gone from sight.
I'm just like... I'm still pushing on
Yeah.
the lid, and I'm like...
It's mostly open now
That'll
with his
do it.
help.
You've got the coffin open for you to put yourself in.
I'll put myself in
There's
the
enough
coffin.
gap, like probably about that much gap for you to just like easily get into.
And then I close my eyes and I pretend it's sealed.
You just hear the faint clang. You're all safe
You're
down
safe.
here.
Everything's fine.
But nothing happens.
Oh, it needs to be sealed, doesn't it?
I'm coming downstairs.
Help!
So
You're a
2
crocodile
2 days
with a woman
later,
on your back.
Or chameleon.
Yeah, but she's riding me. It's fine.
Chameleon with a woman on your back. I think they get that.
I
Doesn't
don't have to
matter.
come all the way
Doesn't make
downstairs.
them
I'm going to use my chameleon tongue, sucker the thing, and then
okay. Roll an athletics check for me, please.
Roll for tongue.
what was it? Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
12.
As you're laying on your back in the coffin, you just see this pink tongue whip across the mouth of the sarcophagus and hit the lid, and just
Fine.
slowly starts dragging.
Probably fine.
Everything's fine.
You hear everything's fine.
Yeah, everything's
above.
fine, I guess.
Eventually, you're plunged back into darkness, Roll a religion check for me, please.
Yuwon, are you there? 6 minus 1.
So you stay in there for a good 5-10 minutes, and all you receive is silence.
Yuwon.
Hang on, who killed him?
The gold thing.
She did.
Mike did.
Wow.
It's gonna have to be you.
Who did I kill? Blup.
Blup.
He's champion.
So I didn't kill Yuwon. You.
Wow. Guess I'm not the champion. I don't know how to get out of this coffin now that I'm in it, so I'm just going to stay until someone...
It's the first time I've used my tongue, so I haven't actually worked out how to get my tongue unsucked.
No, you are still on the sarcophagus.
I was gonna go explore, so I'd
Please
Eventually,
come-
like about 15-20 minutes later,
sure.
Please come
you
save me.
Yeah, I'll.
you wander down,
Yeah.
and you can see illuminated, because the mausoleum, the grand mausoleum, is the only one that's got any kind of light in it. You see silhouetted in the light is just this large gecko with this figure on its back. Like, you know when a kid tries to lick the
Frozen.
the
lightpost?
frozen, that, but in that form.
This is that kid.
That's
It looks
about what I
pretty sore.
expected.
It's been there for a while.
Are you making any noise from inside the sarcophagus?
You
Or you're
won't
just
hear-
sort of waiting.
You won't be able to hear me.
Yeah, it's pretty well insulated in there.
I'm gonna start by trying to pull your tongue off of the thing.
Roll an athletics check.
Are you holding the tongue?
Yeah.
Don't hold the tongue.
I don't know how else to get it off. Natural 20.
Yeah, just like,
Perfect time to use.
and the force of you pulling the tongue off, I mean, it really hurts. And the tongue doesn't go all the way back in your mouth immediately.
Sorry, buddy.
But with that, the top of the sarcophagus half comes off as well with the force of you pulling it. You can see some light pouring in.
I'm just going to hop out and let you.
No.
Ewan's not here. He's gone. Sorry. Ewan's gone. 6 God's gone.
No.
What now?
So out of character, you definitely have to be the one that gets in that sarcophagus.
How long do your naps over?
I don't know.
Why didn't you have a nap in the sarcophagus?
I'm not
Um,
napping.
So your minute of like shouting is over.
Oh, God.
I've been napping for a minute.
You haven't been. You've been
Well,
napping.
this is a while ago. They were down there for 15 to 20 minutes. We can always fast forward.
This is where the dragon thing is, though,
Yes,
right?
it is.
Can I?
Literally behind the sarcophagus that you just
Yeah.
helped
Can I
open.
go over to it?
Yeah.
I don't have chalk or moss.
Nope.
I have blood.
Mhm.
Spells
Do you have
or
blue
anything?
fabric?
Suit.
So,
Some
blue
different
fabric.
duplicates.
Some detect magic. I don't have that.
I
That sounds like it'd be
that.
helpul.
Wait,
I don't
Pat,
have that.
don't you have
Oh, I
that?
have dragon's
I'll
breath.
have moss.
But I do have fabric.
Mhm.
Am I wearing? Are my pants fabric?
Yes.
Can I
Are they blue?
use my? Yes.
Okay.
They're
Good.
basically denim cutoffs.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
I'll
allow that
I'm
one.
gonna use my arm blade to cut off a little
Up the
piece.
top,
Yeah.
pressure.
Yeah.
And can I just
No.
rub it on the blue part of the dragon?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
What happens?
You've rubbed part of your trousers
On the wall.
a wall. It's now partially covered with some semi-dried blood from where everybody cut their hands earlier and put it on the effigy. So you have a slightly bloody piece of denim.
Denim.
That's a lot.
All
I just
right.
lost points.
But it's definitely got fiendish energy. There's something going
It's
on. I
worth a
just don't
shot.
know if it's. I don't know if rubbing our jeans against it is gonna
I
help.
feel like it was a pretty good
You know,
idea.
that classic rub your jeans against an effigy.
Maybe keep your clothes on.
Just gonna
Well,
keep cutting
what
bits and
more?
bits and pieces off. Yeah, I might need more denim.
Now you just have like short shorts.
Yes.
It's just a belt.
What do you need me to sacrifice? Denim god. Alright, well, I'm gonna abandon rubbing things against a wall then.
Okay, cool.
I'm glad you tried.
It's well worth a shot, right?
Not moss. Detect magic.
23 out of 33.
What about it?
You have it right.
I'm a lizard.
Okay, you can't.
He
You
can't,
can't do
he
it.
can't
That's forever
cast
now.
while he's in lizard form, no.
But he's not a lizard forever.
You can.
He doesn't have to be a
you can
lizard.
stop
doesn't
being a lizard at any.
Don't tell me.
Lizard.
Tell him.
But he's not listening.
That's not my problem. That seems to be your problem.
I'm just grabbing my
Okay.
dangly tongue.
Don't worry about it. It's
Okay.
right.
So but it's slowly retracting.
I'll just ignore this plot point because Pat is a lizard.
Meanwhile, Mike, you come to the end of a short rest. You can click short rest. In fact, all of you, if you wish to, you can have a short rest because none of you have been doing anything particularly strenuous other than batting your tongue
Hey, I
around
was trying to
or
take the
laying in a
rod.
sarcophagus.
But it didn't do anything.
Short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It didn't do anything when I clicked it. That's what I mean. Sorry.
Oh, it will do things like it will like refresh your sorcery points, perhaps. I
We
can't
do
remember what it
short
does.
rest, do
You can use
reset
hit
maximum
die for,
HP.
Yeah, you can also use hit die if you want to regain hit points, that kind of thing.
So do you
How do I do that?
tick reset maximum HP or do we have to?
No, you have to roll hit dice.
1d.
I'm going to do that too.
7 plus 1. Brilliant.
1d10 plus 3.
Sorry, is it 1d10 for everybody?
No,
It'll tell
it's
you
your
when
own
you
hit
hit
dice. So for you, Chad, it would be 6.
Thank you.
For Mike, could also be a 6. It'd be a D8 for Parter, and there'd be a D10 for Pip and Air.
Cool. Thank you. Good nap.
Good nap to you.
Good naps.
No, it's not resetting.
Yeah, I didn't reset my spells. I thought it would.
Short rest.
You don't
That's
get
what I
spells
thought.
back
I've
for a
rolled-
short rest.
D8 plus 1.
Yeah.
So it's total 5, so I've got 5, right? Because I've
Mhm.
rolled 8 in total.
Okay.
So selected all those. Do I then
Do you tick
press
reset?
reset?
I'll do it for you.
Thanks.
Can you do mine as well?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Jum.
We'll cut this down.
It's not going right.
So you use all of your hit dice, according to this.
Oh, what?
How many do you want of your hit dice do you want to use?
Just one.
Just one?
I just rolled 1, yeah. 1d8 plus. Oh, right, sorry. Now I get it.
Yeah. So you just put because you're level 5, you get 5 hit dice, and then you roll what you get. So you got 5 plus 1. Is that correct? Or
I've
4
got
plus 1?
7 plus 1.
7 plus 1. So you got 8.
I think I did the same because he told me to.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Why does it always revert to Josh told me to do it?
She told us to do it.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you have to do it.
Genuinely.
You lot need to stop listening to me.
Yep.
This couldn't be alright.
Remember, I'm a lizard, just playing with my tongue.
Don't say like that.
By choice.
Okay. So you've used 1 hit dice. You're back up to 30.
Cool. Sweet. There it is. Thanks. That's it.
And Pip, you want me to do that one as well?
Do I get any spell slots back?
As a druid, no. You have to do a long rest for that. Warlocks would. You can use arcane recovery if you want to get a spell slot back as well.
I've only used 1 spell.
Yeah, You can get it back then.
Who's veggie?
Yeah, Starburst style.
Did you find your vegan ones? They're
How much did you heal when you rolled the dice?
I rolled a 7. I
Rolled a
don't know
seven.
what I added to.
You added to your constitution, so you got 10 back, so you're at 48.
Thank you.
Need some sugar.
Give us some sugar.
I want to have one.
Done.
Try that.
Everyone else healed up? Healed?
Yep.
Couple.
Right, so we're back in. Where were we? In the thing.
So we're down
In the
in the
yeah,
sarcophagus.
sarcophagus. Yeah, so you're still upstairs. You're downstairs, you're still upstairs. So you two are upstairs. Yep, so you completed a short rest now. You, both Mike and Aya, still back upstairs. You 3 are downstairs in the mausoleum. Neps disappeared. And that's about it. Oh, yes. Whilst you're napping, and whilst you're shouting, after about 20, 30 minutes of people huddling together and whispering amongst each other, they kind of all have kind of formed a little sort of mini community. And they all just start running out of the church.
Where
Just
do they
running
go?
away. They go through for the double doors
But I was shouting that they were safe.
for a minute, and then for the next 29 minutes, they all sort of like
Hold on,
discuss.
they went through the screaming doors.
Yes.
Can we hear them screaming?
Who? Them?
Are they not going to get...
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
the
gonna
screaming
die.
doors didn't hurt you.
They're gonna die in the tunnel.
It was the
Yeah,
tunnels
sorry,
that got
that's
psychic.
fine. Yeah,
Okay, fine.
So they throw the door open. The doors don't scream because the face only appears when you're on the exterior. They're just a normal set of double doors when you're inside. And they all file out. And yeah, you do start hearing screams, you two. Although you're napping. Only Aya will start hearing the screams of civilians as they try and
don't go
crawl.
through the tunnel.
We did leave you in charge.
You're ASMR, so you're whispering.
Yeah, I've stopped shouting now, so just don't go through the tunnel.
Yeah, really hurt your throat. So it's a little bit even quieter than normal. And yeah, so you just like hear screams.
Probably go and check that.
Good thing we saved him.
It's like lemmings. Isn't
Yeah.
Can I see if they've learned? Like,
You're just watching them.
did they file in one by one, or
And look forward.
is there a queue?
By the time you get there,
Oh, that's
dead.
so there's about 15 of them. So let's do that first of all. There's only about 5 left
Alive.
on this side.
Oh, okay.
You don't know where the other sort of 10
Okay.
or 11 have gone.
Um,
And of those 5, let's find out if any of them are Marielle.
No,
wait,
Maria's
Marielle's
on
on
my
his
back.
back.
Yeah,
Oh yes, of course.
At least
No, I
we've got
did.
Marielle.
She's on my back.
I knocked her out.
Are we still down in the mausoleum, or have we?
You can come back up now if you want.
You're still rubbing your
Yeah.
trousers against the
I
wall.
figured that. There's
How
more.
much, genuinely speaking, I know it was a joke that I made, but genuinely, how much of your
I'm a
trousers
little,
did you
I'm a
use?
little off kilter now.
Okay,
So
so you got one leg higher than the other.
One leg is
Signif-
noticeably higher than the other.
Significantly,
Your butt
or
cheeks out.
No, I don't have butt cheeks. I have a tail. Do I have butt
You
cheeks?
still have
Yeah.
butt cheeks.
Aya was looking at it.
Lizards don't have butt cheeks.
Yeah, Aya was looking at it.
She was looking at my butt, not my butt cheeks.
correct?
The lizards have butt cheeks.
You're a new
cheeks in order
lizard.
to have a
You gotta
butt,
figure out
no?
your anatomy.
Not if you're a lizard.
Ooh.
I
No.
don't understand.
No, you don't have bum
Cheekless
cheeks.
butts.
They don't. Well,
Cheekless.
cheekless bun.
I used to have a
lizards-
bearded dragon, and
I
she didn't
wondered
have
what you were
butt
going to
cheeks.
say. I wonder what you were going to say.
Lizards have a cloaca.
What?
Lizards have a cloaca.
Huh?
A cloaca.
Why are we still talking about my?
You brought it up.
She asked if my butt was out.
Just make sure your cloaca
said
is
you
not
don't have
showing,
butt.
right?
I said I don't have a
I asked
butt.
if your cheeks were out.
What are we doing?
You need to get in this bloody coffin before we all kill each other.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Mike.
I'm
Mike.
napping. I'm napping. You can't. I'm napping.
Chad, can you go up and just grab her while she's napping and put her in the sarcophagus without her realising?
Why don't you try to flip her onto your
You
back?
can't
Oh, yeah.
talk. You're a lizard.
You can't talk. You're a lizard.
Okay. Well, okay.
You have no
I dump.
butt 'cause
I
you're a lizard.
realise.
Okay.
I dump. What's the name off my back, and then I turn
Okay.
around, go up, and I basically do the same with her and come back.
You are just napping, so you immediately wake up when he tries to start nuzzling you.
I use my tongue, and then. And tap it out.
Why do you sound like a horse when you do it?
Do you really want to do that?
Okay. You wake up to part of the giant lizard licking your leg,
On her face.
licking your face.
That's not really licking. It's just like a
Slapping your
slap.
face. Yeah.
And sticking your face, and then. Like a dragonfly.
Kind of, yeah.
You know when I went
And then I take her downstairs.
had a short rest.
Yeah.
Did I stop my meteorites? I'm just checking because
I'm gonna
you've just
pick up
come and
Mariel
nicked
so
my
we don't
face.
forget her.
Yeah.
down
Probably for
here.
the best.
Did you know
Cool.
technically you wouldn't kill me? I'd just refer like if you killed my lizard, I'd end up back in my own form.
It's fine. I told you. How long ago did we roll for me to kill you?
20 minutes.
What's Costas doing?
Doesn't matter at this point. It's not going to add anything.
Does he have butt cheeks?
That's the question. That's worth.
I
No, it's
think
got a
Costa.
cloaca.
Airtime.
Cloaca. Cloaca?
Cloaca, yeah.
Cloaca.
Why is it important, Quill?
Who?
You're so
Why?
jealous.
Why is it important?
You
Who?
are so
I'm
jealous.
still looking at my crocodile's butt. Or whatever it's called.
Not for
you
you.
ever first-
Not for you.
Oh, you extended it, so it went for 24 hours.
Did we get that on camera?
So yeah, you've still got
Does
meteorites.
he not get damaged?
Although you have concentration, yeah. No, he doesn't get damaged by them.
Shame.
Otherwise, it would also go off in your face.
What's going on in the face?
It just orbits you. So when
She
you're laying
just-
down, instead of it orbiting your head,
Yeah.
you'll be orbiting your face.
Can I just push him off me?
She pushes your tongue off.
I'm gonna take Muriel up to the entrance because there's no other doors down in the
No, in
church
the
once we're
mausoleum,
there,
no.
right?
Yeah.
I've got
In the
my
undercroft, no.
I'm just pushing away with my staff.
I'm just gonna nod to her and then follow me.
It seems like Pardo wants you to follow.
How can I tell that?
'Cause
Yeah,
I'm going
probably.
like this.
He's doing that, and then he just starts
then
walking.
we
Can
can
I
go.
lie? Can I lie on his back? 'Cause I'm still tired.
Sure.
Fine.
Cool. I'm gonna take it down.
Okay.
To the sarcophagus and just kind of go.
Deposits you next to the sarcophagi.
Use my tongue.
It's still open. From Chad, like pulling your tongue and the lid off.
So
Pip's down there.
somebody
Why
I'll
am
close it.
Why am I down
I can't
here?
close it, I'm
Why
not
am I?
trying to-
Why am I down here?
just you'll see.
You just there's a friend in there to meet you.
I'll help you
Just
push.
shut it, we'll
I'll
shut it.
go
Shut
up.
it, we shut it, we shut-
I'm not in there. Why am I
No,
down
you're
here?
in
Mike's
there.
not in there.
I'm not in there.
He just said he put her in there.
No, you know, because he isn't carrying her. He just went whoop,
Oh.
off.
Why am I down here?
You are meant to be the champion, so you need to go and meet Yuwon.
You killed the champion. You become the champion.
You say with your eyes.
You know,
Do you
it's a
remember my
complex.
To receive my blessings for yourself in this sarcophagus, do not attempt to leave until I bestow unto you a piece of my power. With this go forth and be my champion. They do not stray from my path, for the gifts I give unto thee can be easily taken. The road without me will then be long and cold. And you killed Blub.
And who better than our twisted smiley friend?
You say with your eyes. Can you also say with
He
your
blinks in
Can you
Morse
also
code.
say with your eyes? You are
You can fly. You can crawl. You are the bear.
Okay.
Is that part of it?
So confused.
I'm very, very.
Are you,
Right.
are you getting in or not?
I get.
Cry.
Shut up. I get a bit of sprightliness in back in my step,
Okay.
and I dive into the sarcophagus.
Okay.
It's not
Elegantly.
Oops, the water.
Yeah. You parkour into the sarcophagus.
Parkour. Yeah.
Why would you parkour into a coffin?
Doesn't matter, just pull it
Okay,
up.
sure, I'm trying to listen.
You close it, I assume, on top.
Yep.
This is cool.
Why don't you roll a religion check?
It's gonna happen. Better roll high.
I'm gonna die.
Champion.
Roll high, don't die.
I have the
Champion.
perm.
Roll low. Oh no.
10.
10?
Oh no.
How long do you want to lie in here for?
I could do with another nap, so as long as it takes.
An hour. Do it. Just do it.
How long is your maximum? Like, would you stay in here till you got hungry, or
You die.
just 10
Just
minutes?
over.
Or-
Now
That's
that,
good.
now that Phantom's gone, I genuinely have got nothing else to live for. So
Oh, God.
also,
You had Phantom for like an hour.
hey, dogs are life.
But
For life.
You know that.
Dogs
I
are for
agree,
life.
I do agree.
For life, not life.
They
Dogs
are
are
life.
life.
They are life.
Dogs are life.
How long am I staying in here for?
That's what he asked you.
Oh my
That's
I'm
God.
asking him back. I said I'd stay in here for like a forever.
Like forever.
Maybe
Okay.
I'd just stay here forever.
Yeah.
I'm staying here like forever.
Meanwhile, we'll go back to you. You guys both are back upstairs.
Come back up.
Yep.
So you see, you hear a bunch of sort of like worried noises coming from the double door, and you see like standing in the double door, in the opening is Aya.
Where's the rest of our friends? Or
And when
They
you
ran away
turn the
from
corner, you see like about 4 or 5 of them cowering in the corner.
They might have run away from you.
they're dead in the tunnel, aren't they?
They might be.
Well, we saved a couple of them.
We say 5.
It's a couple.
enough.
Yeah, okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
One
better
each.
than our average.
Of none.
6.
Of none, yeah.
6 if you
At least
count
we didn't
Mariel.
kill them this time. Oh yeah, this one who I still need to interrogate.
You don't need to You
She
know
might,
she didn't
she
steal
might
anything.
have. She
She's
might have.
an innocent
You
person
don't
who
know
got
that.
stolen and
You don't know
enslaved.
that.
Hard to
You don't
Playing
know
hard
that.
to interrogate.
I think she's
Maybe we should wake her.
maybe she knows the thief.
She doesn't know.
She might know
Maybe we
that.
should wake her and have a chat and ask if she wants to go back to her husband who we met and wasn't a thief.
Yeah. What was his name? Silverback.
Glorindale. Glorindale Silverback.
Silverback.
Can I just if she had a blanket over her, right?
She did, but doesn't anymore.
Doesn't anymore.
Nope.
Okay. So she's just unconscious,
Correct. Flopping around.
slumped over.
Yeah.
Yep.
Slumped.
Should we wake her up?
Yes.
Let's set her down by the other terrified
Okay.
people.
You just lay one of their like former slaves
Yeah.
unconscious. Like she's still got like a bruise on her head. Just lay her down in front of them.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna give her a little poke with
Okay.
my foot.
You start kicking her in front of
Yeah.
the rest of them. While staring at them, presumably.
He's making direct eye contact. Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't take long for her to start to stir. And her hand goes up to the back of her head. And she sits up on one arm. Starts rubbing the back of her head.
What, you hit her off the head? Is that how she's... I thought she was
I
supposed
know.
to sleep.
I know. I lightly tapped her on the back of the head.
She's got a bump.
You've done that as well.
To our enemies.
the only
What's your
way.
name?
She looks up at you
Little
and there's a sharp intake of breath.
Hey boy.
Hey, boy.
My name is Marielle
What's your last name?
Silverbrook.
Silverbrook. That's close.
So back.
Nickelback.
Carry on, Nickelback.
How long have you been here?
Here in this, I don't know where I am.
We were sent here by...
Oh my,
Your husband.
sorry.
So it's quite rude.
I just didn't
but,
see you there.
Your husband's very worried about you.
My head hurts. My Glorandel? I've seen Glorandel.
Oh.
I've not seen my husband in years.
How many
Wait,
years?
How fare my children?
They're fine.
They're fair.
Fairly well.
Fine and fair.
Very.
What were you gonna ask? If you don't know how long you've been here, haven't been here, how come it's been years since you
no,
saw?
she's saying she didn't realize she's in this church. She's obviously come from the art camp. I say
Oh.
in front of her.
Yes, that's right. Where we're captured by wolves.
Of course.
I don't know where we are now.
You were kidnapped from your slavery by little frog people.
They saved me? You
No.
work with
They
frogs?
enslaved you again.
They enslaved
Oh.
you.
They
for-
double enslaved you.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was real bad.
Why are you telling her that? She's scaring her
Double.
more.
Letting her know what's happened for the last however long. It's been.
Well,
Mhm. But then you
can I
suffered a
thank
bump
you
from-
for my freedom?
You
How?
can.
Yep.
We don't want reward. We just want to take you back to your
That's good
husband.
because I have no worldly possessions
Why did you
anymore.
ask?
Yeah.
I was like, can I, as in my audible vocal
What
thanks.
good would that do?
Why would you ask to say
I
thank
didn't say I was going to give you anything. I feel like I now owe you something.
Yeah, I think you do.
I don't want it.
I'm going to come back to being Potter again.
We-
I'm going to come back to being Potter again.
She's giving stuff out. Yeah, I'll be Potter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
I'll have some lemon tart.
You're downstairs.
Oh, you're upstairs.
Yeah. please go upstairs.
So just out of the blue, you're like, I guess I'm done now.
I want lemon
Did you think that whole time you were just standing there as a chameleon?
tart. Looking at you, yeah.
And she was
Looking-
fine with that.
Playing with your tongue?
If you'll come with us, we'd like to return you to your
Are we
husband
just
and
having-
family.
Yeah.
That would be
they're-
wonderful.
They're not
Thank you
Cool.
so much.
You're
That's
so
I
welcome.
don't know how I can ever repay you.
Stop asking.
You're making it weird.
Don't have anything.
Telling your husband about this.
I've been a slave for a while.
So she hasn't even said thank you. She said, "Can I
Yes,
thank
she
you?"
never
Yes.
thanked us.
Nothing.
How can I ever pay you? Just a thank you.
I think I have a mild
Good stuff.
concussion.
Still nothing.
Then cut the scene next.
Sure, no, thank you.
We did it. We saved somebody.
We look
This is why we don't save people too.
too.
If we show up, either we're killing you or we're leaving you to die.
oh, just very awkwardly.
Passive
From
aggressive.
now on.
Weird.
That's it.
That's it. We did it.
You guys just
I
stand
feel
there
like
in
a
silence
hero.
for the next 30 minutes. Meanwhile, Mike, the darkness in front of your eyes starts making that weird floaty light shape that you do when like you have your eyes closed and you're at night and you see this weird flickering. Everyone sees that, right?
I'm worried about you, buddy.
Does it look like a bull in a bag?
Like a teddy on a pig?
Hey, that's the thing. I've shown you pictures.
What does it look like when you see this light?
What does the light say to you?
Don't go to it, Tim. Don't go to it.
Every night. Do you guys generally not see that?
No.
Is there something wrong?
Oh.
John, help!
Help, John! Okay. Maybe I'll use different analogies.
It's so painful.
Like, stay true to the analogy,
Tim
mate.
when he was sleeping over at his house, man.
Does anybody else see that white light? When you close your eyes, that white light that comes towards you.
And you see the light, you know.
You see it, right?
No? Okay, right. Well, I thought that's what everyone saw.
Well,
Alright, fair enough.
You
Yeah.
need a different analogy for that one.
Okay, cool. You know when you go to bed and you hear those screams all the time?
Okay, that I know.
Okay, yeah. Cool, good.
The light.
I should have just said that.
oh man, my head
Can we
hurts.
just pay some attention to
Josh has been taking really detailed notes.
Has he got hair or is it spines?
I'm a
It's just a
chameleon.
pointy head.
Cool. I love it. It's got very small front legs.
Hey, leave my little spindly legs.
Tyrannosaurus front legs. Okay. Cool.
this entire episode is a mess.
It's nonsense.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Got really warm hands now.
What?
You got warm hands.
Yeah.
There's no need to go down.
You know, when you laugh and go.
You know.
You know when you laugh and your hands start burning.
Ellie's hands go weak.
I do
Yeah,
go
that's
really
true.
weak.
Yeah.
But not
Really hot
warm.
hands. Oh, sweating.
What is going on?
My head really hurts.
My right eye is water.
My ribs are painful.
My chest hurts.
I'm
Okay,
alright.
right. It's all good. I'll restart the time. So as you're lying prone in the sarcophagus, it, you know, yeah, just completely flat. Not really much else for you to do. Start like drumming on
I'm
the
singing.
sides of the sarcophagi, singing gently into nothing. 10 minutes go by, 15, 20. And then these wispy shapes start coalescing in front of your eyes,
Like normal.
like normal, and it forms a figure in front of you. It's as if you are standing, but you know, like from your equilibrium, that you're on your back, but it comes to you as if you're walking across a plane, and as if you're standing there as well. Why do I see patterns when I close my eyes? There we go.
You said lights.
Closed eye hallucination. That's the thing.
Perfectly normal.
Of course.
And so the figure approaches you, and he whispers to you in the dark. I sense the blood of my champion on your hands. Is it your intention to take his place?
I can't hear you. Can you speak?
I'll do a stage whisper. Is it your intention to take his place?
I'll do a sage whisper. I mean, I'll just talk.
Yeah.
I think so. I was pushed in here by my friends.
Felt like you kind of parkoured your way in here.
Hey, can you high five?
Um,
Don't leave me hanging.
You just feel this cold presence on your hand as you reach up and you touch the inside of the sarcophagus.
Then yes, whatever. Yes.
Then whatever.
You understand that if you become my adherent, you have to worship me and believe in the ways of duplicity and darkness.
You use a lot of long words. Help me out here. I'm a
You-
simple
You'll
child.
become the disciple of Yuwon, me. And I will give you a vestige of my power.
What do I have to do?
Worship me.
And I get power. What can I do with that power?
I will give you a supplement of my power. And if you prove yourself, I can increase it.
I don't mean to speak plainly, but what does that mean?
I will grant you some of my...
Can I fly?
No,
Can I command people?
no.
What good is this power?
I will allow you to be able to slip into the shadows even in front of somebody's eyes.
That's so
You can
cool.
cast illusory magic, and I will make you even more charismatic than you are right now.
As nice as that sounds, I can already do some of that.
Can you do all of it?
Could be time.
Would you like to do more?
I can hear you guys.
Anyone.
And when you say worship you, what do I have to do?
Occasionally, I will reveal myself to you, and I will give you commands.
Come on, Yuwon.
Sex pest gone.
I will give you
almost
missions
loves
to
to
complete in
expose
my name.
I'm a flasher.
What if I don't want to do all of them?
What if she's
Then I
always
shall
deep?
take the power away,
Power of what?
Voodoo?
and you will be left cold and desolate on the inside.
It's pretty cold in here. I mean,
What say you?
Can you, if I agree to this, will you bring back my friend that you took from me?
Do you agree to worship me?
I asked you a question first.
I'm a deity. I have more things to do.
You want me more than I need you.
That's not true.
I'm your champion.
Not yet.
I killed. Bleh.
True.
Therefore, I had the blood on my hands of your former champion.
Correct.
So,
But there are many others out there that I can bestow my powers, those more grateful.
I'm a great leader and champion. You'll be lost without me.
Then prove it.
Give me my friend.
I may do. But there will be tests.
Fine.
Do you
Shaky,
agree?
shaky?
So you put your hand out, and then like the wispy form of his hand kind of passes through it.
Just before it passes through, can I go?
Do you want to?
No.
Okay. As you do, you feel, partially see. It's very difficult to discern, like the shades of grey and blacks in here, like wrap around your hand, and kind of trace up the inside of your forearm, and you get these black veins start appearing on your hand, like tracing from your fingertips across your palm and up the inside of your forearm, and they stay. They don't disappear.
Pretty cool.
And
I can't
then
see this, right?
you can kind of see your hand in front of your face, your eyes, because you've got low light vision. They have adjusted in here, and you can see the differentiation between your very sort of pale grey skin and these black veins now on the inside of your palm, on your right hand. And then silence.
So what you're saying is that I'm the sex god's sub.
No, that's more what you guys have kind of woven into your story. You are the adherent of the darkness and duplicity god.
So what you said.
Exactly what you said.
Sure.
Can I have another short rest now?
What this actually means is you have the blessing of Yuwon. Of Yuwon. Yuwon.
I have his blessing.
You get a +1 to charisma.
Are you going to change this or can I change it?
We'll do it at the end.
Okay, cool.
You now have a natural talent, a proficiency in leatherworking tools. You have what's called the Gift of the Shadows.
Ooh.
When you make a deception or stealth check, you can roll an additional 1d4 to your roll.
Ooh, that's good.
Shape of Shadows. You know the minor illusion cantrip. Charisma is your spell casting modifier for that. And you also now have Slip into Shadow. You can use the hide action as a bonus action, even if you have no cover or you're under direct observation.
Ooh.
You can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest after you use it. You literally slip into the shadows.
You're like Bilbo with that little ring. Slip it on. Oh.
My precious.
Who's Bilbo?
Baggins.
You said that in part as what?
Oh, Bilbo's my little friend.
You're still a chameleon.
You're just writing this long diatribe on in the mausoleum with your tongue.
Written the entire manuscript.
Everything that Parter said since he's been a lizard, he's just written with his tongue on the floor. Mike, I guess you're ready to come out of the sarcophagus?
Sure.
Give us some taps on there.
Or you could poof.
I don't want to waste it.
That's fair.
I would like if I start singing, will they hear me?
If you sing loudly enough, yeah. Yeah, you start hearing Mike from inside, like singing. Yes.
I
don't know what you do with
my
that
face
information.
round towards the sarcophagus
Yeah.
and my dangly tongue goes.
Were you joking when you said you're now back to Parter? Or are you actually...
I'm now back to Parter.
Okay.
Is your tongue still like that?
No.
Okay.
Well, actually, it probably is, isn't it? It's probably like. Oh, my tongue really hurts.
Yeah, it's quite fat in your mouth now.
You can let me out now.
Pep, I think we need a little get her out of here.
Between the two of you, you push the lid off, and you can see bright light. Your eyes like because it'll be adjusted to being in pitch black for a while.
Can I cast minor illusion?
Yes.
And I want sort of like a shining light behind me, almost like a halo.
Okay.
And I want to go as I come out of it.
Yes.
I think she's gone a little bit mad.
I'm just super jealous.
You don't know that it's fake.
I don't know what's going on.
I look like an angel.
Do I remember all this? Oh, no, of course I do. Yeah.
What did Yuwon say?
And as she's lifting her hands up like that as well, you can see these thick black vein-like lines on her right hand, going all the way down.
Mike, what's
Forearm.
wrong with your hands?
Just one hand.
What's wrong with your hand? Singular.
I don't know. It happened in the dark.
Oh no.
Did you speak to Yuwon?
I spoke to someone in there. They said they might give me my dog back.
Oh,
So I'll try and stop killing people for the time
Probably
being.
makes me so happy.
Me too.
I hope he comes back soon.
Me too.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you want to
You should teach
I'm
Marielle
good,
a thing or two.
I'm good, thanks. Speaking of, where is Marielle?
Marielle, where is she? She was on my back.
I
Where
don't know.
is she?
I wasn't paying attention either.
Are we all in the same room?
We've got
No.
her upstairs.
Let's go back upstairs.
I think we should go upstairs.
So you see these two in the doorway. You hear these three walk up
I'm
the
trying to
stairs.
make conversation with some of the scared people.
Okay.
Um,
Now Marielle has kind of like had a conversation with you. They seem a little bit more open to talking to you, less scared.
I don't know.
Marielle kind of acts as a
I don't have polite conversation though, so I am talking about weird stuff like
Okay.
bees and
how dangerous they are,
Kickball.
Yeah.
kickball.
and if any of them play kickball.
I'm just grasping at
Do any of
straws.
them
Yeah.
play kickball?
They're all slaves.
And they had lives before that. Then.
They don't really remember too much about that. It's been a while.
Can I be looking around this side of the room to see if there's any hints for how we can get back through?
Is the door screaming at us again?
No, the face only appears when you're entering from the outside into the church. When you go out, they just act as normal double doors. And while you're in this room, there's no
Murals or
No.
like there was in the other room.
you remember what the murals were in the other
Yeah.
room, and I can go through them again if you wish.
We should probably go to that room anyway to see if anyone survived the screaming head.
Yeah.
Right.
So we figured out that with the short tunnel, much with the mural, if you're crawling, if you look at the floor, then you can pass through.
Right.
If you walk through the confident one, confidently looking forward, you can pass through. Or if you look at the sex swing one, just look up.
You just
Face
have to
the-
drive
face
Lay
the-
sex
back
swing
and
through,
think.
yeah.
Face the way the person is in the picture.
Right.
Don't ever say that.
No,
Some of them are
No, I
survived
did.
by accident.
Yeah.
I
So,
just-
so when he asked you where you were looking, and you
And
were
I was
like,
looking at his butt.
you said you were looking like,
Everywhere else
away
but his
by
butt.
But
Yeah.
You could have looked down.
Right.
would have saved you.
I was looking behind me when I was going
Your
through.
butt would have saved me.
I was looking at.
That makes
Costas.
sense. Some of them might have survived by accident, but most of them are probably dead or hurt.
So
Wasn't
the
that hard.
with their conversation that you've had with them, they tell you that they all went through like the door shaped one,
Yeah.
rather than trying and crawl through the small one or climb up and going through the big one.
But wait a minute.
But
Did we hear that they screamed from going through there?
Yes.
So what if you have to go backwards because you had to walk through confidently from the other side? What if you circle it back to get through? Because if they went through that way, I would imagine that they weren't
it's
facing
logical.
anything other than forward.
Is there a bottleneck?
You can't see a bottleneck. No, it's just because it
Oh yeah.
twists and turns when you're in there, so you can't really see any further than a few feet. as you
I
look in there.
think we should be sending Mike through because she is now friends with Sex
Oh, yeah,
Guard.
that's true.
Do you remember how much he tried to kill me last time?
I'm not trying to kill you. I just think you came out with black marks on your hand and you made friends with Sex Guard.
Yeah,
Would-
but if
would
she
hurt
makes
you.
it through, that might not be the same as for us.
Well, you hadn't thought of that.
But at least you can check if the people are okay.
Oh yeah, or if they died.
I don't think she cares. She tried to kill them. The
That's,
meteorite.
that's also
I
true.
said I would try and not kill people because Sex God said that he might help me bring my death back.
Alright.
I said that I won't kill people. Sex God told me that he'll bring my puppy back.
He said that if I'm good to him, he may be good to me. So I'll try.
Thank you.
I'll try.
Thank you. That's all we
And
ask.
not kill people.
So weird.
Okay.
It's getting
That's-
weirder.
that's
We
my
need to
father,
leave
right?
this church.
Sure.
Never come back.
Yeah.
And people
So are you gonna go
say
through
Satanism-
first?
Satanism's bad.
Okay, go on.
I'm gonna do what I do best. Moonwalk through the door.
You're going backwards.
Which way are you facing?
Moonwalking.
Well, which way you like? Which way you're looking? Which
I'm
way?
facing them lot as
Yeah.
I'm doing this.
As you go back, you're sort of like bumping your shoulders because you can't see where you're going,
Out.
And-
Cool.
and then eventually, your heel hits something soft on the floor.
It's the body.
I
What do you do?
continue.
So you step up, and it kind of like gives a little bit.
Do I hear anything?
It's-
Any
Yeah,
vocal?
Really?
Can I
No.
pause and look down? Am I still? Have I still
No,
got my
you shouldn't look down.
You are moonwalking on
down.
dead bodies.
You just
Dead.
gotta keep
At least you're
going.
not doing corpse angels.
Don't give me ideas.
You can't look anywhere else or you'll get hurt. So
Yeah, I'll
keep
just
going.
continue. Unless I hear they're still alive and they're like, ouch, as I step on her face, then
Yeah.
I will continue until I get to the end.
Unless they say
And-
ow.
do you look down when you step up? Over them?
No, because I want to look.
Okay. So
Don't
you
trick
step
me.
you step back, and then your heel hits another step.
Yeah.
Almost. You have to step up again. And you're like about a foot up now. You're just really soft.
Am I just
and
going up a mountain?
you're going up
People.
a pile of soft.
People pile.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're just hearing a squelch and a crunch.
Oh, this is
Am I
great.
still
Who's
maintaining my
doing
balance?
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
You're on dead bodies.
Could have gone through the other one and just faced downwards the whole time.
Didn't think of that.
Alright then.
And eventually, it takes you a good few minutes because you have to go quite cautiously,
Brainstorming.
and you're out in the original room that you slid down into, that had the murals on it, and you suffer no damage.
But at least now that we know that there are a pile of dead bodies.
Yeah.
and
So
At least
we
we
can't
at
go
least we know.
that way.
If they can they hear me if I shout through the door?
If you shout loud enough, it'll echo through. Yeah.
Okay, guys, use the other two doors, but use your heads and face the right way.
Wait,
You know what I
wait,
mean?
wait.
You know what I mean?
You do it,
There you go.
Peter.
The former slaves look up to you expectingly, confused.
So
Let's go through the crawly one.
yeah, go through the crawly run, but don't look anywhere. We should tell them.
Yeah.
Look down, and just keep going until Mike tells you to look up or something. I don't know.
Sure.
You'll figure it out once you see them all crawl through.
How long have they been
See a butt come through.
incapacitated? Like, if we tried to heal them, would it work?
You don't know.
Okay, I could.
They've been in there for at least half an hour.
I don't know anything about medicine.
You know that
I think
a
just leave
magical
them.
healing it needs to be done within like a minute,
I think
pretty
they're
much.
done. I think they're not our problem.
they're dead.
anymore.
I'm gonna crawl with them.
Who goes in first?
Are you
Do you want to send in one of them?
We don't need to if we're looking down.
Yeah, I think we don't need to if we're looking down.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Me and then Bando after me.
Okay.
We both look.
Costas can go after them.
Okay.
No.
Costas is gonna
if-
get hurt.
No.
Oh, Costas can't
He
look.
can't look down.
No, he's a crocodile. Crocodile
he
can't
can
look
look-
down.
You can
Forwards.
let
Unless
us-
you put him on his back and just shove him through.
He's also
Look
got eyes
forward.
on the side of his head.
He will moonwalk, I guess.
But he's still gonna be looking that way.
He can
He can never escape.
No, he.
All right.
Oh wait, no.
Let's leave him in for
Did he go through okay when he came in originally?
No.
No, he got hurt.
Can I lift him into the top one and then he'll always be looking up anyway, right?
Is he looking sideways?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what you think? Crocodiles just
Crocodiles
always are
do
looking
have
at the sky?
eyes that will look,
Okay.
Yeah.
I lift him into the top one.
Okay.
I can lift him.
and you're going first.
Yeah.
And you're looking
Down.
Down,
We're crawling,
crawling
looking down.
forwards. Okay.
I don't like Tim's little
Should have gone
twinkle in his
backwards.
eye.
So you gone in normal way?
Yeah, but looking down.
Should have moonwalked.
Should have moonwalked.
You take 12
Should've moon
points
crawled.
of psychic
Crawl
damage.
backwards.
They,
As you
As
start
I
crawling in.
hear it, I just go, Bando, turn around.
Bando doesn't take any damage, but you all have to shuffle out.
That's unfortunate for me. How many, sorry?
That was 12
12.
points of psychic damage.
You're now on my hit points.
I'm now on...
A partial amount of hit points.
36.
No, you're not actually. You're 6 more than.
I'm fine.
You're still higher than me.
Are we out?
Yes. Yeah.
Max.
You've ushered everybody out. There's a little bit of a clog,
I'm
a
gonna...
bottleneck, if you will.
Do they see me telling Bando to turn around and then they all turn around?
Yeah. Bando tries to like back up and then squawks, and then they have to start turning around.
We're all fine. I'll help them all out.
Okay, yeah.
I don't.
Well, you're the first one in, so you can't help anyone out.
Yeah.
You're the last one out.
I say please.
Yeah,
Wait, I'm the last one out.
because you're the
You're
first one in.
Yeah.
First one in, first one out. Sure.
First one in, first one out.
First one
No,
in.
you're the last one out
How would
because you're the first one in.
That doesn't make any sense.
What?
No,
Because you're backing up, right?
Yeah, but you know.
I go
yeah,
in
but she'd still be
first,
first out.
but then we don't all turn around.
Unless we're going.
I thought that's what you said you wanted to do to Bando. Is that you wanted him to stop and turn around and go back.
No, so like stop.
She-
First one
turn
in, last
around,
one. So he's
and
saying
then
last
go
one out the other
backwards.
side.
Oh, I thought you wanted to say you wanted him to go back.
No. So we turn around.
Oh, in the.
Yeah.
That's going to be quite difficult in a 2 foot wide.
But
For you,
I've,
it's okay.
I've retaken the damage.
Yeah.
He's a small monkey. Everyone else.
Yeah.
Has to turn around, so they'll have to go back.
Yeah, they'll have to like
Yeah.
actually leave
And then turn around.
and
Yeah.
then come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in a 2 foot by 2 foot area, it's going to be other than you because you're small enough and Bando's small enough.
Yeah.
A regular human-sized person wouldn't be able to turn around in that.
My main
Tunnel?
concern was that I didn't help them all out of the tunnel and then
Yeah.
put them all to sleep.
Yeah.
So they all exit on their own.
So you turn around.
Yeah.
You're looking down.
Yeah.
And you back out.
Yeah.
You're fine. Bando takes
What?
Might have to moonwalk.
Did we?
12
Actually,
points of damage.
I'm so confused. But I was looking forward. No, I was crawling
Looking
forward
down.
but looking down and I
Correct.
took damage.
Yes.
And then he was looking down but going backwards.
Yes.
And still took damage.
Yes.
Did we mess up? Is it we should
No.
be looking up?
Yeah.
What does
Yeah.
it say again for the crouchy one?
Crouchy one was bound with his head facing down.
Bound.
The bound.
It wasn't bound.
Oh.
You added that.
Somebody added that. It
added
wasn't
that.
me.
I added that.
Uh,
Should we? Do we should
So then we should all just moonwalk over the dead bodies.
Oh, yeah.
It's the only way. There's
It's the only way.
Not that I want to kill Bando, but is he still alive?
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, you too.
I'm really upset about these animals.
How many do you take? 12?
Yeah, I think that's a 12, yeah. So, I assume you shout down the tunnel when Bando starts getting
I'm
hurt
like,
for them to
ow.
stop. They've had to exit and they start turning around to go
Yeah.
in foot first,
Don't,
and then they stop
don't
again.
come through this way.
Should we?
I think we'll have to.
I'll go.
moonwalk.
Yeah, I'll go first on the moonwalk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So describe what you're doing.
I'm facing directly forward.
Yeah.
And
Forward.
Backing up.
forward and moving on back.
Yeah.
Bringing it back.
So again, your feet hit something soft and crunchy,
Mm-hmm.
and you know it's
And I
stride over.
right over.
And you make it out, and you see, well, you guys see Chad moonwalking his way out.
You already through? Anybody else? I thought only Mike was through.
Pip and Bando did
Me
because
and
they
Mike.
Okay, sorry.
turned around in the tunnel. This morph
Gotcha.
turned around and they
Yeah.
carried on crawling backwards.
Costas has gone up as well. Has he
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, what a shame.
Oh,
he takes
What is
8
it
points of
about?
psychic damage.
do you
He
mean
just keeps
80?
eating things.
8.
80?
8.
Dead. He's dead.
88.
He died in
He's
the tunnel.
Okay. But he gets out, okay.
Yes.
I don't know what I want to do.
Moonwalk.
I don't want to I don't want to moonwalk on people.
You don't know there's people in there. You don't know.
Didn't you shout back down the tunnel with us?
No, I said go through the other 2 doors.
All right.
You don't know.
Then if I don't know, I'm going to do it, aren't I?
What's that?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
no one said there's corpses in there.
Okay.
No, Mike never shouted
You probably
down,
should have mentioned.
by the way.
All right. I'll go next.
So you're forward, go backwards,
Backwards moonwalking.
Cool.
Moonwalking.
and your foot hits against something soft
Oh.
on the floor.
Oh.
You have to step on it.
Oh.
You feel it kind of roll underneath your heel a little bit. Might be an arm. Then you step up. You get a bit unsteady.
He's not vomited for a
Your
while.
head kind of hits the ceiling a little bit, and then you just step, and your foot goes like through something,
Don't look
I'm
down.
going to vomit everywhere.
Onto him.
and then you're out.
Well done.
I never want to do that again.
I tell Bando to go and give him a hug.
Oh,
Bando flies up and like latches around your chest with both his arms and his feet.
Don't wipe your vomit on him.
Just secretly
It
just
looks
wipe
like-
wipe my mouth on his
I see
his
it.
wing.
I watch it.
Okay.
I'm
He
disappointed.
he wraps his wing around and starts licking his wing.
Bando, come back.
No,
Flies over.
because I see you noticing it. I'm like,
Bando.
It's so disgusting. Before I go through,
Yes,
I would like to
You're gonna
tell
send the slaves?
Mariel and the other 5 slaves
civilians.
to moonwalk backwards
Okay.
through and whatever they do, I make them promise that they will keep looking.
Okay.
Directly.
How do you make them promise? Do you do
I
it
make them do the
nicely or do you
Macarena.
scare them?
I ask them politely to do the Macarena.
Roll a
as
persuasion.
well.
that's not
See
me.
how how resolute they will stay under your direction. It's all pretty.
That would be really hard to do a moonwalk
Oh.
and a Macarena at the same time.
It's a natural one.
A natural one.
Oh.
So what's your total?
They're all going to die in this tunnel.
My natural one
Tried to say Mario.
is plus. What is it? Persuasion.
Yes.
8
Should have just
total.
told them all.
Yeah.
That's just see the reaction. That's not a damage. Right.
Oh,
Is this-
So they almost all of them did really, really well, and they're like keeping their concentration up. You hear a couple of like, "Oh my god!" and "What the hell is this?" and a couple of
Whatever
screams.
happens.
Yeah.
You looking forward?
And 5 of them exit. One of them being Marielle,
Yeah.
and the last one, you just hear an echoey scream and then a thud.
So you got
Still.
5 out.
Slipped on my
That's-
vomit.
It's good.
Yeah.
I'd
We
count
started
that as
with-
a success.
With 15, we got 5 out.
yeah.
33%,
Yeah.
67% mortality.
I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Right.
And he's
That's
still got Mario.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Um,
The others were really just bonuses, right?
Yeah.
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 Well,
we nearly killed all of them.
If you think about it, it's 50% including us. 50% of the people went in.
That's true.
50% came
we
out.
also kill there was like 30 of them to begin with.
I'm now friends with
Okay, related.
Cool.
and I have full grasp of my hand.
Yeah.
Successful
Bad things
trip.
happened in that church, and we should never come back.
Celebratory moonwalk out of the.
Okay. We all just carry moonwalking out. Again, there's the clock
Did you step
tower,
in the puke?
like the bell tower
Yeah.
rope. Yeah, still hanging down. You can kind of use that hand over hand to pull yourself out.
Yeah.
And you're back in the swamp.
Oh, goodness me. It's nice to be out in the fresh air.
I guess.
All of the former prisoners seem to be like very happy to be out of the church.
um,
A couple of them hug each other.
I'm hugging him.
It's covered in vomit.
Marielle gives both of you just a nod.
Why don't you do
She's
anything?
just she's so ungrateful.
You're welcome.
Glory hunters.
She gives someone else a hug that's next to her.
We say so.
Glory hunters.
Yeah.
Where do you guys all know where you need to go back to? Do you remember your homes?
A couple of them say yes, they know where they are. A couple of them are like, we don't know where we are at all. This looks like a really unfamiliar place to us.
Do you remember the name of your town?
Yeah, a couple of them are like, yeah.
We'll take. You could come back with us to the nearest city.
Where's
They say, yeah, if you can guide them back
Yeah.
to like a city, they'll be
Yeah.
able to make their way.
Where's
home.
Silverbrook from?
He's in between Blackmire and Keld.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Well, we need that
Can
as a
we,
priority, don't we?
yeah.
Can we ask where they're from?
I
Yes.
just did.
No, I know, but
they
what's
didn't.
the
You didn't get a
city?
name, did you?
Oh, sorry.
Come on.
One,
Half the
one,
job.
one of the 5 that made it out was a little halfling, and
Half
he
job
say he was from Peatsland.
Pizza
Okay.
Land.
you know that.
We
don't.
You might not want to go back
yeah.
there.
Heads up. That's probably not the best
He's
to
like,
go back.
It ca-
why would you say that?
Have you heard about a little place called Blackmire?
It's much nicer.
Yep, I rightly have.
I think you'd like it there.
Oh, it's a lovely place.
What about my family?
Don't worry about it.
Start new.
Sounds good
fresh
to
start
me.
for you.
And
He's
he,
just happy to be
and he
free.
just strides off and starts whistling.
Does he know where he's going?
He's one of the ones that like knows the area.
Okay.
He's lost his mind.
Shit.
He's so happy.
One of the elves will say that they are from Nessetier.
Ooh.
Nessetier.
Yeah, Nessa apostrophe Tiere.
He does it so fast.
Nessa.
Nessa
Nessa.
apostrophe Tiere.
Nescafe.
Nescafe.
Nessetier.
Cafetiere.
Oh, cafetiere.
Cool.
It's an elven village
Cool.
in the Elderwoods.
Nescafe.
Yeah.
Cafetiere.
The Marielle is from Kil Irith, which is Glorandal's village.
Shall I find his note and what he actually said to us?
And a couple of other ones will say that they're from the Cutter Bay area of the Eve Coast. So they're quite far away.
We don't need to know anything about Cutter Bay, do we? About
I don't know.
pirates.
Before we could ask.
Do you know about pirates?
Yeah, the couple nod. Like, yeah, we know pirates.
Do you know
Have you-
those?
I was going to say,
Go ahead.
have you ever heard of the Scuttleship Seven?
A bunch of jerks.
I haven't heard of those jerks.
They
It's
catch
for
on
the
quick.
best. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I closed
End of
that.
questions.
Done.
Investigation is over.
Yeah.
Nobody said Lumbergast.
True. Yeah, no one's. Longmagos is a very small village. It'd be very unlikely that a random person would be from there.
I'm gonna ask everybody I encounter from here
Okay.
on out.
Cool. Are you from Longmagos?
So should we take this lady back to?
Good idea. Let's escort.
Would you
Marielle
like
back.
to ride my crocodile?
And she looks at it.
I'm not a
I
crocodile.
think I would. I think I'd rather use my own feet. It's been a while since I've been able to stretch my legs. Thank you, though.
That's a normal reason for not wanting to ride.
Indeed.
It's all right. You can hold my hand. I'll walk side
You're
by
fine.
side. No,
It's okay.
no,
Please
no,
don't
I
insist.
insist. I insist.
You shouldn't.
I'm insisting.
No, I'd rather not.
Please hold his hand.
I-
He'll cry if you don't.
I think
I
it's
can deal
best.
with that.
I can't.
Why don't
We
you want to
can't.
hold my hand?
It's a bit weird.
You're
I
weird.
just met you.
Don't be nice. Be nice.
She's not.
Be nice.
She
It's fine.
won't
It's
hold
fine.
my
You're
hand.
better. You're better.
She's been with. She's been
All right.
And we're
missing
off.
from a
Yeah,
All right.
they're arguing as you're.
Bickering.
I just want to hold her hand.
Not
The more
everyone
you
wants to hold
insist
hands,
it, the more I don't want to do it.
Hold Bando's hand.
Okay.
He flies next to you
He looks at
because
me.
you're much taller.
Mad.
He's got the face.
You're like holding. You're like a child with a balloon.
Yeah.
Is it?
What?
Cool. Snap. And you make your way. Do you go back via Keld or do you go straight to Kill Aerith?
Do we have anything in Keld? Do you yet?
I kind of feel like we need a long rest.
We do.
I think we should just
So-
go.
We should
Back.
just do it after we drop her off.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll go to
We
Kill
might be able to
Aerith.
rest in.
back to
Kill
Keld?
Hopefully, her husband
Why
will
don't
be
you
better
do
at
it?
thanking people than her, and he will offer us a night's rest in his house.
Yeah.
We've already paid for accommodation in Keld, so if it's on the way, we could nap
That's
there.
what I'm saying. We've
I
got a
feel like
month's
we're going to
worth
get
of-
wrapped up into so
Yeah.
many more things if we
Like
go back
the
to
person
Keld
we
Keld.
left in your
Mushroom
bed,
and forgot about.
What day is today?
We
What
were
day
leaving
is
his
today?
bed.
the man got
Um,
werewolf.
Am I due to sing?
Oh, right. No,
He
not
lives
yet.
there with him.
Yeah.
Another couple of days before you have got to
Came
sing.
in mauled.
Well,
and I
actually,
went and
by the
rescued
time
him.
you get to
No,
Keld
he's
and have a
left.
sleep,
We
it
just
probably is the day you
welcomed
need
the
to sing.
wolf into the town and then left him there.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. But I
I
think
very
that's
much
a
forgot about that.
quest for another
For
day.
another day.
We should complete the Marielle quest first.
how
It's like
far
computer
away
games,
is
right? You
that?
go back and they're just literally still there. It's
Exactly
probably still
that.
Yeah.
sleeping.
He's
Yeah.
sleeping.
Kill Care.
He's just walking
Kill
through
Aerith?
all of this.
So Kill Aerith is about a day away from Keld, and Keld's about a day away from here.
Let's go back to Keld.
Yeah, I think we have to go back because we have to nap.
Fine. No
Yeah.
new
No side
quests.
We
missions.
don't
in
even
Keld.
talk to the
We
werewolf.
ignore him.
No
We
side
don't want
quests.
to say hi to the police pals
No,
No side
and
quests.
find out what they called us.
no,
No side quests.
No side quests.
Yeah, no side.
No,
What about the
no.
murderer?
no side quests.
Okay.
We're
When
gonna
are
get
we
dragged
gonna
into
go
so
back? We need to
many
complete
different side
one
quests.
When are we going to go back to Backmire and go back to work?
Let's
up to
end
you.
it here. Let's go back home.
We can go after we go to kill Karen.
Clara.
We need to go to
Okay,
Certain Shore.
let's go to Keld.
Done.
Let's go take a nap.
Go nap
Yeah.
kill her.
Get some
Done.
lemon
Caloric.
Yep.
You
So
walk-
if you guys literally don't want to interact with anybody at all, that's fine. You can go to Keld. Takes you a day to get there. You nap. You stay overnight in Keld. It's a little bit awkward because when you get there, there's already someone sleeping in your bed.
It's all right. I'll just cuddle right up.
You just slip in. Do
But
a
don't
do a,
talk.
do a sleight of hand check.
Turn back into a chameleon.
15.
And get in bed.
You, without him stirring, you just slip into bed next to him.
Like a pro.
The next morning, you'll wake up.
It's a long rest.
Don't talk to anyone.
Long rest. Yep. You'll wake up refreshed. It's been a while since you've slept in a decent bed. Parter's woken by the sound of a man screaming. You have breakfast, which is included with your rooms. Marielle slept in someone's room, or did you buy her a room?
You can sleep on my bed. I'll sleep on the floor.
In your armor?
Sure. I'll cuddle up.
No, you don't. You can take your armor off if you want to.
I'll use Gustus as a pillow though.
Okay, so you're out your 18-foot crocodile. As it enters the room, you can just hear the floorboards creaking underneath its weight, and you just curl up on the nice, cold-blooded reptile.
But has he got lava in him? Is that quite cozy?
Yeah, actually, that would be. Yeah, it's like he's like a giant hot water bottle.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Hot water bottle.
Who doesn't sleep?
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, he doesn't sleep. He doesn't need to sleep.
It's comforting.
And he doesn't breathe either. He's very still.
Oh, that's weird.
Hmm.
Can he breathe for my own?
If you ask,
I
tell
would like him to
to,
breathe.
Yeah.
Please breathe.
he just mimics breathing. He just
Okay.
kind of like
That's good.
does that up and down. With it.
Soothing.
It's like
Yeah.
Twilight. all
Yeah.
over again.
And you depart Keld. Beitzel is like, oh, by the way, could you just, but you're like just out the door. Like Calrarian's like doffs his cap to you.
No bullshit from him.
And you're out of Keld.
We did it. We did it.
Yep.
That's the first time I've ever done anything successfully. In one word.
You're with Marielle. You drop the other 4 off
Yeah.
in Keld, and they can kind of make their way. One of them kind of awkwardly trails you because it's on the way to Blackmire.
Can you walk like?
He
Like,
is
behind
because you're not
us.
like not talking to him at all.
Yeah.
We haven't got time.
It's the halfling. He's got like
He's the one
a
that's starting his brand new life.
yeah.
Oh.
So
Well,
we
can't I,
told
no,
him to go
I'll
Sweet
trail
is.
behind a little bit and
He's
just
just
tell
got-
him about.
He's just got his thumbs in his braces and he's just whistling as he's going along, like looking at trees.
I want to talk to him.
no side quests.
He's probably the murderer.
This guy seems like he kills people.
He's a halfling.
He's
His whole family are dead.
He's creepier than I am. He's
despite,
whistling.
like,
He's happy.
He just abandoned his whole
creepy.
family.
he's wearing like very threadbare like suit and like a white cotton bun up shirt and braces. And from somewhere he's got like this very battered bronze coin that he's just like playing over his knuckles.
Definitely don't trust him.
I want to talk to him.
Let me talk to him.
Good time to do one thing without starting a new
Well,
quest.
he's walking with us, right?
Well, you've
He's
got
walking
like
5 paces behind us.
yeah, he is a little bit behind you because he's a halfling. He can't walk quite as fast as everybody else.
Ask him a question.
Go on.
He's like,
Frodo?
Mr. Frodo.
Oh no, Mr. Frodo.
How long are you prisoner?
oh, look there.
How long are you prisoner?
Oh, nigh on 6 months.
Why
Is
did
he
you talk
telling
like that?
is he telling the truth?
Roll an insight check.
She's just a slave.
12?
By golly, I'd be telling the truth.
He answered the insight check in character.
Yes.
No,
Just
I-
happy to be
I
alive
just
and
stopped
free
I
again.
stopped talking to him, pretend he doesn't exist again.
Bye. It was really nice talking to you.
Do we know his name?
What's your name?
My name? Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Very well,
Don't let
thank you.
him-
How are you?
don't let
These
him.
two are
Moving about.
What's your name?
Hamlet Surefoot.
Hamlet Surefoot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lovely name. I'm Parter Teray.
It's really good to meet you.
You are gonna love living in Blackmire.
I bet I will.
When you get there, you've got to go and say hello to our friend the mayor.
What is
and
his name?
Wife, Salazar.
Oh, lovely.
Salazar? Yeah, Salazar. Salazar. His wife makes the best lemon tart.
Oh, got quite a sweet tooth. I'm not
When
going
you
to
get
lie
there,
to you.
just say Potter sent you.
Will do.
Don't say that. He's
Needs-
known as a murderer in this
He
town.
needs.
Oh.
He didn't
No,
do it. He didn't do it.
I'm not murderer.
Oh,
I'm not
could,
murderer.
could you actually go and check in on Akron for us while you're there?
Who's
Oh.
an Akaran?
He
He's the
runs
mayor.
library.
He's the mayor. Cool. I'll go and check on the mayor.
I'm concerned
What?
about telling him so
Salazar.
much
Yes.
things about us.
Yeah, I didn't want to
if
speak
we
to him
go-
at all.
I wanted to
You
speak
got-
to him,
you
but
got
I don't want to
sucked
tell him
in.
like all of our.
He's so lovely. He's so friendly.
We're gonna go back and everybody that we know is gonna be dead.
Tell the mayor we've got lots of Starbucks still.
Stop talking.
Will do. I don't know what those are, but I'll tell him.
And
Don't you mind?
Okay, bye. Bye.
Send him our best wishes.
Bye.
Send him our best wishes.
Yeah, just going to whistle back here.
Stop whistling.
He's creepy.
I told us not to speak to him. Bad things happen when we speak to people.
Starts flicking his coin.
What was his name again?
Can I?
Hamlet
Hamlet
I
Surefoot.
want to steal the coin. How do we get the
Don't
coin off
steal.
him?
Don't acknowledge
Who
him.
spoke to
I
him?
didn't mean to.
Someone give Mike a coin from the back.
Give me a coin.
Here you go. You drop the coin immediately.
Goes into the swamp. Bloop.
Coins.
No more less of your coin allowance.
I wanted that.
I was using that. And we'll call the episode there.
I think we need
All we had to do
to.
was drop off Mariel and we couldn't get that far.
He almost made
We
it.
almost made it. She's definitely
I
gonna
was
die
so
next
sure
episode.
we went into Cal, we ignored a werewolf, we
And then
ignored all
he
of our
made him
friends.
play with a coin and have things.
You didn't even see the pooch pals.
He's an enchantress. Hamlet.
Seductive.
Yeah.
He wasn't
Maybe he's
seductive.
the
He
physical.
seduced us.
Maybe he's the real champion of
Hamlet
Yuwon.
Sherbet.
Oh, well, I'd like to thank my players, Ellie, Josh, Annie, Khalil, and Alice. I'd like to plug your social media. Now is an amazing time to do so.
At Ellie Bath.
At MCM Josh.
At Annie_Squirrel.
At Lift for Initiative.
Nice.
ALUCYE.
And I'm at MCM_Tim. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Just remember, if you don't know what to do, just roll over and die.
Boom, 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 boom. As we
Did you
do
do
the
that whistle thing
outro.
again? Did you do that whistle thing again?
Definitely swap. No one reacts.
No.